Hello everyone, welcome back to my tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to explain how to draw a real life object, different values here. So as you can see, like explained in my previous tutorial, this is a cast shadow. You can see the cast shadow here at the bottom. This is the core shadow that you can see, the slant core shadow. This is the brightest value that we see here, and it's called the highlight. So there are 3 steps to drawing a real life object. The first is make sure that you have captured the edges, and that's the layout. The second step is identifying the center, making sure that you have the center marked. And the third is just measure, measure, measure. So make sure that you measure all the different angles that you have, creating a layout. You can either use a measuring tool. I don't have a measuring tool, so what I always do is I either take a printout of the object, or I use my traditional pencil, like a charcoal pencil or a graphite pencil, and I just find the center to measure, so I know where my center is. So I'm going to eyeball and say the center is here. So make sure that horizontally and vertically both you measure it. The layout is the area, just the area where I will have my object. Okay, so this is my layout now. This is the first step. The second step, find your center. So this is 8 inches, so I'm sure that this is where my center will lie. Okay, like 6, so I know that 3 is where the center would be. And I'm going to do the same here as well. So this is like a little more than 6, so I know it's 3.5 somewhere. So think that my center is here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my center. So I am going to use my traditional pencil here now and see what's the height and width. So this is my width, a little short of the pencil. I'm going to do the same. Think that I have it here and a little short, so somewhere here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same here. So this is my height. So again, a little short of is right somewhere here. This is definitely eyeballing, guys, so you can either use a measuring tool or you can use your pencil to do this. So this is at an angle like this, so that's what I'm going to do. I've already found my center. I know it's at an angle, so something like this. Okay, so I'm going to do the same here. Make sure that I have my angle mapped out. So this is how it will look. Okay, going to just, since I've already measured that part here, I'm going to do that. And always straight lines and hold your pencil in a very loose fashion. Okay, make sure that you do that. And then this is a spear. I know that this is a spear, but I'm again going to measure and see if it is right. So I'm going to measure and just loosely try and draw it in the confines of the horizontal and vertical lines that I have measured. Okay, and then we can always correct it. Alright, loose technique, use this. Now I'm going to measure from here to here. Make sure that you measure everywhere. So this here, make sure that this is right. looks like an apple, right? Okay, and this is where my core shadow is, so I'm going to probably use my charcoal pencils and do the cross hatch technique. This is where my cast shadow is. Okay, so I am confident that what I have drawn is how the object is. So I'm going to go ahead and use a shading technique called cross hatching. I'm going to switch to a charcoal pencil, a medium charcoal pencil, and this is where it is the darkest, the core shadow. We doodle also so that I have some texture created. Use cross hatching. Also going to shade it using the smudging tool. Very first step is making sure that you have your proportions right, then you have your values right, and the shading techniques. I'm going to do the same here. My intention here is to make sure that I at least shade a little bit and then draw the outline and make it dark. I'll take this pencil, draw the outline in a very loose manner. Straight lines always, straight line, straight line, straight and straight. Okay, I'm just using a scribble or a doodling technique here. I'm going to just mimic what I have here. So I have captured the core shadow, the cast shadow. I'm going to erase and make the highlights and also the reflective light. Okay, so now I'm going to use my eraser and I'm going to use another technique called stippling, and I'm just going to draw dots here because I can see dots in the object. This is the core shadow. Smudge tool again and blend it. Cast shadow is the darkest. And now for the finishing touches, I'm going to use a willow charcoal. You can also use a medium pigmented charcoal pencil. And that's it. That's your apple.